a big nothing burger.
If it was a nothing burger, you wouldn't hide it.
Facing off over taxes, transit, and taking on President Trump. The Democratic candidates for governor go head-to-head for the first and only time before the primary. Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson.
And I'm Maurice Dubois. It was fiery, it was intense, and Andrew Cuomo and Cynthia Nixon went at it tonight. CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer here now with a full recap. Marcia.
Well, Christine and Maurice, if I was a TV critic, I'd give it 2 thumbs up. Challenger Cynthia Nixon came in loaded for bear, interrupting the state's 2-term governor at every turn, until finally Andrew Cuomo said, "No more Mr. Nice Guy." If this had been a heavyweight title fight, the announcer would have said, "Shake hands and come out fighting." And that's exactly what they did.
Can you stop interrupting? Can you stop interrupting?
Can you stop lying?
Yeah, as soon as you do.
He used the MTA like an ATM.
My opponent lives in the world of fiction. I live in the world of fact.
Governor Andrew Cuomo and challenger Cynthia Nixon fought like cats and dogs over everything from subways, corruption, health care, and the right of public employees to strike. But one thing they sorta agreed on was this. Would you consider having the MTA cancel the planned fare hike for next year and have the state make up the shortfall?
I would support canceling the fare hike because the service is not what people deserve. It has to be a joint funding responsibility between the city and the state.
I think it's unconscionable that we're thinking that Governor Cuomo is thinking about raising fares on a system that is working so poorly.
Also unconscionable, says Nixon, the exposed corruption in Governor Cuomo's administration.
He shut down the Moreland Commission when it came too close to him.
Then it was tit for tat. Charges that Nixon sought political favors from a politically connected friend.
Cynthia Nixon called the mayor's office, asked for favors for her friends.
What I asked for was for helicopters to stop flying over the free Shakespeare in the Park.
Oh, that's not a favor?
And then Andrew Cuomo gave one of the most Sherman-esque statements we've heard from a politician in a long time.
Can you promise the voters of New York that if you win re-election that you won't run for president and spend the next 4 years as governor?
Yes, yes. The only caveat is if God strikes me dead.
The governor, who at times has seemed more comfortable running against President Trump than Nixon, was at it again tonight.
We have to stand up to Trump. New York is the alternative state to Trump.
You stood up to him about as well as he stands up to Putin.
Sports gambling is now active, up and running in New Jersey. Do you support it?
No, I don't support it.
I support it in the right places under the right conditions.
Well, I asked the 2 combatants, I mean candidates, if they wanted Mayor de Blasio's endorsement. Both turned thumbs down. It was more like, Bill who? After the debate, the mayor apparently miffed that Cuomo wants him to help pay to stop a fare hike, attacked the governor, saying in a tweet, quote, "The state runs the MTA at Governor Cuomo, and he knows this. I know he's really bad at it. Every New Yorker does, but he can't just pretend it's not his fault because it's election time." Maurice and Chris.
So it was interesting. It kept our attention. But at the end of the day, we got clear differences between the candidates. There was no mistaking that.
No,
right?
There was no mistaking them, but I don't think that she did anything to close the gap, and I don't think he made any big mistakes that would also have given her more of an edge.
Going in, it was a 30-point gap or so, right?
Yeah, and I think it's probably about that now. I mean, I think she showed, that she could face him toe-to-toe. That was good. But I think in the end, it's going to be up to voters to decide and to decide, their take on the debate when they watch it at home.
Not just to decide, but to show up to the polls.
Exactly right.
That's true.
Thank you, Marcia.
Exactly. All right. Nice work, Marcia, tonight. And to see the entire debate again from start to finish, weigh in with your reaction. Head over to cbsnewyork.com or on our Facebook page. And it's very important to note that this year's New York State primary has been moved from the customary Tuesday to Thursday, September 13th. The polls will be open from 6 a.m. until 9 p.m.